Hi everybody, it's Mark here, and today we're going to do something that'll be the start of a new series, some short videos. There'll be 9 of them in all, and I thought of a fun concept called Who Wore It Best? Thoth or RWS? And when I say who wore it best, I mean I'm going to go through all the miners that have astrological decans assigned to them as per the Golden Dawn system. And as a mediator, I'll be using the Hermetic Tarot, basically just to pull up and show you the official titles of each of these minor cards as applied from the Golden Dawn and then applied to the 2 decks, Thoth and RWS, and basically the jumping off point to stimulate both artists. And I guess the comparison is going to be about, for each of these cards, who is showing to the best advantage what the Golden Dawn's intention was with their Lord of Decan titles. So let's get right into it. And I'm going to just do the 2s today. So I'll do the 2s today, and then the next video will be the 3s up until the 10s. Aces don't have a Lord of titles, so we will be skipping them, and aces aren't part of the 10 degree Decan system of the year in any case. Okay. So we're going to start with the 2 of Wands, and this is the Lord of Dominion, as we can see here in the Hermetic Tarot. So both artists made a choice about how they would show the Lord of Dominion, and this is the Mars in Aries Decan, and we see that right on the card of the Thoth deck, Mars in Aries, and the word Dominion. The RWS doesn't put any of the planetary astrological information on the card, and nor does it give it a title. So, Pamela has to work harder at getting across what this Lord of Dominion is all about. And I think she does a good job on this one, because it does seem to show somebody who is overseeing or in charge of a certain piece of land or property, maybe even the entire world or a portion of the world, and kind of looking out. So Lord of Dominion, totally get it. This one's a little more subtle. These are Tibetan war clubs, so how do you gain land for your dominion? Usually through warlike behavior. I see these as stakes that, you stake your claim, you put your stake in the ground. Sometimes there is friction in order to, like I said, warlike, taking over a dominion of sorts. So who wore it best? Well, I would say in this case, it's a tie. And the reason it's a tie is I think Pamela has done the Lord of Dominion title. She's shown it very well here. But I don't get any of the Mars in Aries fiery energy. Mars rules Aries, and it's a 2. That means the 2, the second Sephiroth in the Tree of Life had an influence on this card as well. And that is also very much fire, yacht energy. None of that is here. This guy is pretty settled and pretty pleased with himself. Here you see sparks igniting, fires starting, definite Mars in Aries energy, getting things going. So in terms of the actual Decan information, astrological speaking, this definitely is the winner. But in terms of the Lord of Dominion, I think I prefer this card. So that's a tie. The next one is the Two of Cups, which is the Lord of Love. Pretty basic. And what we have with Pamela and the RWS is some heteronormative figures pledging their Thoth, or not their Thoth, their truth. What is that word? Anyway, I've never pledged it, so I'm not sure. But anyway, yes, they are seeing each other, and there's a spark of love happening there. This is some esoteric stuff that I don't really see informing the love piece of the card. But again, I'm just looking at this in terms of the Golden Dawn title, Lord of Love. So yes, there looks like some attraction here, some love, some beginnings of love in exchange. They seem to be changing or exchanging cups with each other. And then with the Thoth, it's just a very serene scene with two very similar, it looks like fish, but they're meant to be dolphins. This is how dolphins were drawn back in the day. And they're completely entwined and into each other, and the water flows, the cups overflow. Really, really beautiful. This one gives me more of just a general feeling of love, and this one just kind of shows me what they think love might be, or love might be happening later in this card. The Two of Cups for me is beyond just interrelationship love. It's that simpatico thing where I see you, you see me, we see each other in each other. You're part of my tribe, you're someone that I can connect to. Very, very simpatico. And I see that more in this card because the two fish are exactly alike. So they found their person, their exact fish person, and it's a great match. Here, not so much. Clothing is different, genders are different, which of course is fine, but I don't get that similarity of connection between the two. I just get, a general romance vibe. So I'm going to give it to this one because it gives a sort of a wider breadth of the meaning of love. I mean, I actually got this card when I was seeing a new doctor, and I was hoping that we would really connect because, you want your doctor to listen to you and connect with you. And later that day, I met with him, and he was great. It was perfect. It was just like these two on the card. Nothing romantic ensued. Okay. He didn't even ask me to get naked because it wasn't that kind of examination. All right, now we come to the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is the Lord of Peace restored. And in the Thoth deck, Crowley has just called it peace because we're up in the twos, nothing has really happened yet, so how can something be restored? And I kind of go along with that as well. I find more the Four of Swords is, there's been a battle and now you're recuperating. But in any case, it is the Lord of Peace restored by the Golden Dawn's title. And then here we have the RWS version. Now, I have to say, I certainly get much more of a feeling of peace from this card. The gentle colors, this sort of cucumber water, the two swords coming together, meeting in this beautiful blue flower in the middle, kind of like a meeting of the minds. And in this case, it feels like a more sort of onerous situation. This kind of looks difficult. These swords look like they're quite heavy, and she won't be able to hold them up for much longer. It's kind of a spooky nighttime scene. She's got a blindfold on. It's very, very mysterious and doesn't really make me think of peace or peace restored. Now, I do see twos as making a decision, and I think, but the implication here is that if you make the decision, you will get out of this stalemate and your peace of mind will be restored. And this one I see making a decision, bringing peace of mind as well, but also this can be between two different people who come to an agreement, who are in an agreement, just like this card was about two people or whatever coming into agreement. So I like that. It is a moon in Libra card, so Libra is about peace. And the fact that it's the moon in Libra would probably account for this moon here. And maybe this is supposed to be like Libra, the Justice card in miniature version. I award this one. This just makes me feel like peace. Like the windmill of your mind, all settled and very calm. Okay, so now the last one is the Two of Discs, or the Two of Pentacles, and it is called the Lord of Harmonious Change. Crowley has changed it to just change. But the Lord of Harmonious Change is certainly implied on the card. So we see this going from dark into light, and then back to dark, and then into light. So we see this change going on. And because the dark is at the bottom and the light is at the top, you could throw in the word harmonious change. Change is the king. Change is the only thing that you can count on in life. Well, I get the harmonious bit from this guy. He seems to want to entertain us. He's got this ridiculous hat on. He's kind of doing a little dance, or he's just adjusting his stance so he can keep these two coins in flow. But this is not very harmonious. These rough waters and these ships and boats sort of going up and down on the waters. I feel this would get quite onerous after a while, just like this position. He feels kind of stuck, like he's just got to keep this thing going, or who knows what will happen. Everything will fall apart. As I said, the harmonious bit is, I guess, the sort of entertaining vibe, but I really don't think that's what the Golden Dawn was really getting at. I think this is more what they're getting at. And you should note that this is the decan that occurs during the winter solstice, when the world is literally going from the darkest point and into the light again, and we get none of that on this card. So I'm going to declare this one the winner. Thoth wore it best here. Thoth wore it best here. Thoth wore it best here. And it was a tie on this one. So, love to know your thoughts, and I'll be back at a future date with the threes. Bye for now.